to be recognised by BAFTA as a Breakthrough Brit is quite an achievement. So what does it mean for you?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, it's great. It was really exciting. I mean, I feel like I've been kind of working in the industry, making documentaries for quite a number of years now, and my last project was a particularly tough one to get off the ground, and so going from making something that was quite homespun and not quite a lot of uncertainty to kind of it going out into the world and then being recognised like this, it feels really special. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really exciting, and I feel really encouraged by it. When you look at the jury, who people that I really look up to, like Gemma Arterton and George Mackay, and they watched your work and they've gone, yeah, we want to support you. It feels, really special, because you can sometimes think that your work's not really reaching anyone. So yeah, it feels. I'm just really looking forward to the next year.
Okay, and so for you, who or what was your inspiration to lead you down your chosen career paths?
Good question.
Well, I feel like I always sort of wanted to tell stories, really, and people's stories. And initially, I trained as a print journalist, and I thought I might want to be a foreign correspondent, but. Then after a time, I think that as much as I loved writing, I felt like I wanted to kind of communicate visually as well, and wanted to tell stories in different ways. So I started working in documentary, and now actually I'm writing my first fiction project, but it's very much kind of with the sort of film in mind. So I think it's sort of a desire to share people's stories, voices that perhaps we don't hear, and just to explore our kind of psychology through films.
Yeah, to piggyback on that, actually, I feel really similarly. I started out doing National Youth Theatre, and I just really enjoyed being with people and being part of like a team and collaborating and working towards something. And then, like, as I've got older, I've become like obsessed with like the craft of acting, and in the different mediums I've done quite a lot of theatre, which just is so different from filming, and yeah, I think I always feel like I don't always express myself very well through my words, and I try to do that through my work, and choosing the projects that you choose can let the work, speak for you, and you get this writer that's like, you get a script and you're like, that says everything that I wanted to say, but I don't know how to put it out into the world. And so I think, desire to tell stories, yeah.
At any point in your career so far, has there been a point where you thought, I can't do this anymore? Did you want to just stop, or did you just want to keep going?
I feel like there wasn't a point where I ever thought I was going to stop, but there was really tough times. I mean, when I first started making Kingdom of Us, my last film, there wasn't, initially it was hard to get interest from the traditional broadcasting as well. So at that point, I guess I could have chosen to not continue the project, but just carried on filming by myself, and for months and well over a year, eventually kind of found funding through Creative England, the BFI, and then Netflix, and I'm so glad that I did carry on, because I feel like I've really learnt something that will hopefully carry me through, which is that you don't have to ask permission to make something and create something. If you really believe in it, you can. And I feel like perhaps part of me spent too long earlier on waiting for approval that an idea or something was important when I kind of knew that it was. So I actually feel like the adversity of going through that is one of the most valuable things that I could take. It's felt tough, but that's good, because I just want to keep on fighting to tell those stories.
For me, quite early on, I auditioned for drama school for a couple of years in a row. Didn't get in anywhere, and that was quite a big blow. And I assumed that was like the only way to get into the industry. Actually, now looking back, I don't think it would have been right for me and my personality. So it's happened for a reason. But having that sort of, you do sort of think, oh, well, if I can't get through this hurdle, I'm never going to be able to do the rest. So I did sort of question things then, but because I really enjoy acting and enjoy telling stories, I carried on doing it through National Youth Theatre, and any means that I could, I just got involved with loads of local youth theatres and you know, fringe unpaid stuff, and just kept going, yeah.
Okay, and for anyone that wants to follow in your footsteps, you know, and you know, be recognised by the BAFTA, what advice would you give these people?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's sort of, you know, just really, if you've got, you know, if you are passionate about something, just keep going. I mean, I feel like it's an industry which in some ways is so subjective, and so it's not like a precise thing that you can judge or you're qualified on in different ways. There's not a hierarchy, you know, with acting, with writing, a different way that you do this, then you do that, and or you pass that exam and that says that you're qualified. It's just so, it's so subjective and sensitive and personal, and people will see things in you and in your work that somebody else like won't. And so just like I'd say, you know, keep going and you know, be yourself and really go for those things that you believe in, and yeah, and go towards the people who have faith in you. Don't waste your time with those people who don't.
Yeah,
that gets you down.
Yeah, seeking validation from people that, yeah, I think it's important to find your tribe and find people with similar interests and passions to you and want to tell the type of stories that you want to tell. So go and watch loads of stuff, I'd say, because then you know what sort of thing you want to make and how you want your voice to be heard. Yeah, so watch everything, and but at the same time, don't put people on pedestals as well. I think I've spent a lot of time going, oh, I need to be like that person because they're so amazing. And actually, my strength has been when I've not worried about things like that, like how I look or whatever. It's come from my unique experience. So never underestimate that, like that you've got your voice and your experience, and it's going to be unique. You don't need to emulate anyone else. I wish someone had told me that.
Yeah, and I definitely think that in terms of on the directing side of things as well, I feel like the thing that I've realised people are looking for is what your voice is, why you want to tell the story that you want to do as well. You know, that, and you know, thinking about that and not trying to, you know, shy away from that in a sense, or be something else or like something else, but just sort of, you know, understanding your motivations is your greatest strength, you know, because that's what does make you unique.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey